Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk summer makeup essentials. Everything you need to get the perfect summer glow because summer, she is here and I'm so excited about it. So let's jump right into it. The first thing that I feel like must be on every summer makeup essentials list is SPF. With the summer comes the sun and more time spent outside enjoying it, and with that comes the risk of sun exposure. Being out in the sun without your SPF can not only cause premature aging, but also skin cancer, neither of which are any fun or anything that we want to be dealing with. So I've tried out quite a few sunscreens over the years. There are different things that are important to me in sunscreen. I want it to be long lasting, and I also want it to sit nicely underneath makeup. Not all sunscreens agree with my skin. Some of them can break me out. So my two favorites that I've found are number one, the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. This is SPF 40 broad spectrum. The texture of this is really unique. The name of it is Unseen Sunscreen, and when I first tried it, I felt like the name really suits the actual texture of the formula of the sunscreen. It just disappears into the skin and it feels so lightweight. I feel like a lot of sunscreens, you put them on and you can really feel them there. They can be quite heavy and kind of irritating. This one does not do that whatsoever. You put it on and it feels like nothing at all. It's kind of this cloud-like texture. I don't really know how to explain it or what to compare it to, but it's really, really soft and light. This is an oil-free sunscreen, and I find that it does work really nicely underneath makeup as long as you let it sink in for a minute. I have noticed that if I put this on and then go directly in with my tinted moisturizer or my foundation, that it can kind of mix together and not set properly on my skin and wear as nicely throughout the day. But if I put this on and then maybe do my eye makeup first, or just give it at least a few minutes to sink into my skin before I go in with my base products, I find it works really nicely underneath makeup and it's as if it's not even there. So really, really like this one. I actually just repurchased a new one for this year. So highly recommend this guy if you're looking for a new sunscreen. I also really like this one from Shiseido. I've gone through multiple bottles of this in the past. The texture is completely different. It's really liquidy, and this one works beautifully, beautifully underneath makeup. It adds a little bit of a glow to your makeup. What I really like about the Shiseido is number one, it just blends into the skin so nicely because it's a liquid. It just absorbs into the skin and feels really hydrating and moisturizing. I also find that it lasts for so long. You're supposed to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours. I definitely don't do that because often I'm putting makeup on top of it. The sun doesn't really touch my face throughout the day. So I really, really enjoy that one. But yeah, if you don't like to have kind of an oily, dewy, glowy feel to your sunscreen after you've applied it, avoid that one and go with the Supergoop. Otherwise, yeah. Both are great, love them both, and they both work really nicely underneath makeup. Speaking of base makeup, summertime is the time for tinted moisturizer. So a tinted moisturizer is a product that is more lightweight than a foundation. They're often extremely sheer. They are really what they say they are. They're like a moisturizer with a little bit of a tint to them. So they do a really nice job of kind of evening out the skin tone a little bit, but they're not gonna give you a ton of coverage. In the summer for my day-to-day makeup, I like it to be very light. It's really hot out, I'm sweating, and sometimes I find if I have a heavier layer of foundation on, it just feels a bit icky, it feels a bit uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong, there is a time and a place for a full coverage matte foundation in the summer. If you need your makeup to last for a really long time, if you want it to look really nice in photos, sometimes if my skin is acting up and I just want that extra coverage, I'll use a foundation, but for the most part, for my day-to-day makeup, I do tend to opt for a tinted moisturizer. Also, in the summer, I just want to get out and like get on with my life, whatever I'm doing. Going on a date with Will, going to meet my friends, and I don't want my makeup to take a super long time, and tinted moisturizers are really quick because I just rub them in with my fingers. The two that I've been using for the last couple of years are the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer. I have this in shade 2W1, and it's definitely my tanned shade. It's quite dark for me when I don't have a lot of color in my skin. And so I've been mixing it with my newer one, which is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. So the Laura Mercier is definitely more glowy. It's right in the name, Light Revealer. It's almost got like a highlighting effect to it. So it is super glowy when you put it on. It's gonna make your skin really shiny kind of all over. If you like a lot of glow, if you want your skin to be super glowy, super dewy all on its own, then you would probably really like this product. But then this year I did pick up the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in a lighter shade. I got this in shade 3 so that I could use it in the winter time when this was way too dark for me. And this one is a little bit different. I think that this gives such a beautiful finish to the skin. Obviously, because it's a tinted moisturizer, it still gives glow and makes the skin look really hydrated and dewy, but it doesn't give like the highlighted effect that the Laura Mercier one does. So it's still plumping and hydrating and dewy, but it's just not as glowy, which I do really like about it. I do actually have 2 full videos discussing both of these products in detail if you're looking for a more detailed review on either of these, including wear tests. So you can definitely go and check those out. But this has been my little combo for this year and what I'm planning to use all summer for my tinted moisturizer. And a nice lightweight tinted moisturizer is definitely a summer essential. Okay, next up I'm going to talk about setting sprays really quickly because I've been talking about them on my channel quite a bit recently. So for anybody who's been following along with my videos, I don't want to bore you, but setting spray is definitely a summer essential. I'm going to talk about 2 different ones today that are quite different from one another. I actually have a video comparing these 2 as well, so I'll link that in the description box. But really briefly, the Urban Decay All Nighter is my #1 setting spray. This has been with me for like my entire makeup wearing life. I use it on myself every single day and I use it on my clients all the time. What I love about this is it helps extend the length and the wear time of your makeup without changing the finish. A lot of setting sprays either add glow to the skin or mattify the skin, and this one doesn't do that. So I do a lot of work to get my skin looking a certain way using all of the different products that I use as I do my makeup. And I don't want my setting spray to then go and just delete all of that or add to all of that and change all of that. So that's what I really love about this one, on top of the fact that it really works and it really helps to extend the life of your makeup. So when you're hot and you're sweaty and your days are long and you're outside in the sun and you're riding your bike or you're doing whatever you're doing, this is gonna really help your makeup last throughout all of the summer fun and all of the summer activities. This is a new product for me. This is the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. When I did a wear test comparing these 2, I was shocked at how well this setting spray did at preventing the oil and the sweat from coming through. So in the video where I compared these 2, I used one on each side of my face and then I went and did a really sweaty workout. And the side that I used, the Urban Decay, all of my sweat came through like normal. The setting spray helped the makeup to not break up or have any issues with it, but the sweat still did come through. Whereas with this one, the side of my face where I used this was still so matte. It does such an incredible job of mattifying the face. I also had never used a setting spray with a aerosol cap before, and I actually quite like that type of application. I feel like it does a really good job of completely coating the skin. And it's really nice and lightweight. This is super scented and it does leave the face feeling a little bit sticky, but if you need your makeup to last for a super long time in the summer, I would highly recommend picking this guy up. You can just get a travel size if you feel like you won't use it that often because of like how intense it is, or if you're someone with super oily skin and you could see yourself using this on an everyday basis, you can get the bigger size as well. I actually ended up buying the larger size for my makeup kit because it's perfect for anybody, like I said, with oily skin, or for my brides who need their makeup to look so good from morning until night. This really helps with that. So setting spray is really important. Another thing that I wanted to mention is to use enough product. I find with my clients when I'm applying setting spray on them, they so often comment on the fact that I'm using so much. You do really need to drench your face in this product if you want it to work. So you can see in the little demo of me demoing the product that I'm really doing quite a few sprays and making sure that my entire face is kind of covered and saturated in the product. I never have any issues with it like creating little marks in my makeup or even smudging my mascara or anything, using enough product is gonna help you see the true benefits of your setting spray. Next up, let's talk about cream blushes. You guys, summer is the time for cream blush. I'm obsessed with cream blush. I have been completely converted, whether I'm wearing cream blushes only by themselves or using them as bases. I just think that these are so beautiful and so easy to wear, and they just make the skin look so juicy and hydrated and delicious and glowy. My favorite cream blushes that I have tried up to this point are by far these ones from Myricks. I've had quite a few shades. I've actually given a couple of them to my mom and she really likes them too. The two that I have with me now are Terracotta, which is this beautiful, like it says, terracotta shade. It's got so much warmth to it. It's almost like an orangey undertone, and it just is so perfect for summer. And then the one that I've been wearing for the most part, almost every single day, is Stockholm, which is this really beautiful, bright pop of pink. I really love these because they're super easy to apply and they have almost like a balmy texture. You can see it on my face. It looks like I just have this beautiful like balm across my cheeks. I haven't been using highlight since I've been using these products because I feel like they give the cheeks enough glow on their own and I don't need to add any highlighter on top of them. Because I wanted to demo both colors, I did one on each cheek, so I have them actually both mixed on my cheeks right now. But yeah, I really love these. They're so easy to use. They're so user-friendly. I love applying them with this little brush from e.l.f. It's the Putty Primer Applicator Brush. This is a really affordable brush that you can get at the drugstore, and I just think it's like the perfect size and density to get that blush on there. I love Myricks products. You guys know I've been talking about them for a couple of years now, and these are definitely some of my favorite items from them. If you're not into a glowy cream blush, something that I recently purchased for my makeup kit is the Rare Beauty cream blushes. These ones are super popular on social media and I hadn't tried them out until recently, but I purchased them for my kit in the most recent Sephora sale and I have been using them on almost every single client that I have. And it took a second to get used to them. I had to figure out a way that I liked to apply it. So what I actually do with these is I take a little bit, put it on the back of my hand, and then I take a smaller kind of fluffy brush like this, dip it into the product on my hand, and then apply it to the face because they are crazy pigmented, and so you want to only add a little bit at a time and build up the product to the look that you want. But these Rare Beauty ones are definitely more of a matte finish, so if you don't want to add glow with your blush, those are a great option as well. They come in beautiful colors. They will last you so long because of how little amount of product that you need to use, and once you figure them out, they work really nicely and really easily. So cream blush, summer essential for sure. And then last but not least, you guys, I feel like summer is the time for a bright, bold, beautiful lip. So I have a few different favorite lip products that I wanted to share with you. I have so many lipsticks. I have tons of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I have tons of lipsticks from all different brands, and in the summertime I just reach for my bolder, brighter colors. A look like what I did today with like basically no eye makeup on, a bright lip, and like some color in the cheek, nice bronze skin is like my go-to summer makeup look. I can demo this and do like a summer makeup tutorial for you guys if you're interested. But this is the basic summer look that I wear most days, and it's just so fun to have this really like neutral base and then change up the lip with different pops of color, just depending on how I'm feeling that day. So let me show you some of my favorites. The first one is this one from Makeup by Mario. This is their Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. I have this in the color Apricot Glow, and I've actually completely used it up. I can't twist it anymore, and I have to use my finger to get in there and get the last of the product. Will actually gave this to me for Christmas, and I have completely used it up between Christmas and now. I just love the texture of it. It feels really nice and hydrating on the lips. It has a little bit of shine to it, so the lips look really yummy and shiny and juicy. The smell is not offensive. I find a lot of these products that are a little bit more like juicy and sheer have like this awful smell and like plasticky taste, and this one just completely like avoids any of that. It does definitely have a scent. but it's not offensive to me. And I really like this shade, the Apricot Glow, for something a little bit more like peachy. So highly, highly recommend these if you want to add a little bit of color into your life, add a little bit of color into your makeup routine, but not have it be like so intense. I know that it can take a little bit of getting used to wearing a bright lip, so I feel like this is a good way to kind of get into the bright lip game without going like full on super pigmented, really like bright, bold lip. Next up is a favorite from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Miranda May. Colors like this are really great because you can kind of customize how you want to wear them. So you can just add a little bit and then really rub it between your lips, or use your finger to rub it in and just get a little bit of like a pop of color, a really soft blushing lip. Or if you want that full impact, that really nice, bold type of look, you can go ahead and apply a little bit more and get the full coverage, full pigmented, really like boom, pop, check me out style lip. And I feel like Miranda May is just such a great color. It's just such a beautiful, bright pink. It has a lot of impact, and I think this color will suit so many different skin tones. So that was one of the reasons why I chose to show you guys that one. If you don't go so much for the bright pinks and you want to try something a little bit more peachy, something a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, this one right here is called Sexy Sienna. All of these names are the names from when I originally worked for Charlotte Tilbury, and she has changed a lot of them since then. So if the names are different, I'll write the actual name on the screen and in the description box, but this is Sexy Sienna as far as I know. And again, I felt like this is a really nice way to wear a brighter, bolder lip without it being so high impact that you feel maybe scared or uncomfortable to wear it. A good intro level of a bright summer lip. It's also a little bit more corally, a little bit more peachy, less pink. So if you lean towards more of the peachy tones over the blue-based kind of pinky tones, that's a really good option for you as well. This one is Amazing Grace, this one right here. So I would say that this leans more towards that really true blue-based, bright pink. So if you're less of a peachy person and more of like that pinky type of person, I think that you would really enjoy Amazing Grace, and it's just so beautiful for the summertime. I think looking at the three on my hand that Miranda May is kind of a mixture of Amazing Grace and Sexy Sienna. It has a little bit of that orange, it has a little bit of that pink. It's really nice and bright and beautiful. So if you can't decide between the two, maybe Miranda May is for you. I've got one more Charlotte Tilbury lipstick to show you guys. This is in a different formula. These came out I think last year, and I was so intrigued by the marketing. I had to buy one like as soon as they came out. These are the, I believe she calls them lip blurs, and I have this one in the color Rose Blur. So this is a really interesting formula. It's super lightweight. It's like a liquid lipstick, but it's not as like matte and dry as traditional liquid lipsticks are. I find for a matte lipstick, it actually feels quite hydrating, and it is so lightweight feeling on the lips. It feels like you have nothing on. This is another one where you can apply just a little bit and rub it in with your fingers for just like a touch of color, or you can apply it more full impact to give that really nice pop of color on the lip. Here's how the swatch looks in my little lineup. It's a little bit darker. And then last but not least, I want to talk about this guy right here. This is another one where I'm all the way down to the end, and I'm gonna have to start digging my finger in there to use up the rest of this. This is a YSL Volupte Tint in Balm. This is shade number 5. You guys, YSL does, I think, the most beautiful and innovative lip products. They smell incredible. They have the best colors. They look so nice on the lips. They're definitely at a premium price point, but in my opinion, they're so worth it, especially if you're just gonna pick your favorite color and wear it every single day. This is actually the one that I'm wearing on my lips right now, so you can see the color. Sorry if I've been out of focus. What I love about these is that when you first apply them, they have not a ton of color. Like, they're not fully pigmented to where they're completely covering your lips in color. Like, a little bit of your natural lip still shows through from underneath, and they have a little bit of a shine to them. They feel so hydrating and moisturizing on the lips. Like, there's definitely moisturizing ingredients in here, like as if it was a lip balm. Oh, it feels so nice on the lips. It has such an incredible smell. It goes on shiny and dewy, and then what I love about it is that as the shine and the dew kind of sinks in or goes away, it stains your lips. So the color that my lips are now will remain for hours after the actual product has wiped off of my lips or been absorbed or been eaten off or whatever. So that's great for someone who doesn't want to be touching up their lips all day. If you just want to throw something on that's really nice and hydrating and then have the color last you throughout the day, these are so great for that. I'll still bring it with me for touch-ups just to add that little bit of shininess back to my lips, but it's just so nice to not have to think about my lip or worry about it, especially when you're wearing a bright color, because bright colors can kind of fade a little bit funny and you just have to be a little bit more aware of them while you're wearing them. I just absolutely love these tint and balms. I think they're so amazing, and if you haven't tried them yet and you want to spoil yourself to a luxury lip product that I know you're gonna love, check these out. I will leave links to everything I talked about in the description box down below. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this exact color, but check them out and see if there's one that you like. I absolutely love this formula. And that is it, you guys. Those are my summer makeup essentials. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, useful, interesting, entertaining, any of the above. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And everybody watching, please give this video a thumbs up. That's gonna help more people to see it too. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.